Can I ask you a question? You normally.
Well, you're here.
I am, but I'm very shy. You normally play very strong women in your shows, whether it's Firefly or V. Who are the women who inspire you in your day-to-day life to be a strong woman?
I don't really think of myself as a strong woman. I just think of myself as a chick. I feel like I have influences from a lot of people in my life. My mother probably being the strongest. You know, it's random. It's random, like from Meryl Streep to Virginia Woolf to, you know, any great woman that I've learned about or read about. And I just think, and even just people, you know, in general, I kind of shy away from big cliches like women rock. I mean, you know.
But they do rock.
Yes, we all know that.
Yeah, it's a given.
It's a given. But I think it's just important in life to be constantly inspired, especially as an artist, to not, it's really hard to act and to be creative when you're not inspired by people and things. And
Thank you for your honest answer. Next question, please.
So I was a huge fan of V, and I was extremely disappointed when it was canceled. But I want to know, if you had a third season, what did you want to see for Anna? Did you have any storylines planned out? I mean, did you have any, is there anything that you wanted to really see happen if you had gotten a chance?
I just realized that this is the first convention that I've been at since the show has been canceled, that now I'm going to start getting questions like I get for Firefly, like, if the show had gone on, what would you have liked to have seen happen? That sucks. I really wanted to see Anna get more human. She was starting to feel more emotions, so I wanted to see her deal with falling in love with somebody, or she was starting to feel very strong maternal instincts for the little girl, Amy, and so I thought that would be really interesting to see her be more human and battle with having to be this sort of reptilian leader, fearless leader, but at the same time finding herself getting involved with humans.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, Morena.
Hi.
I follow you on Twitter, and I know that you were filming a movie in Montreal.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if you can tell us anything about that.
Yeah, I wrapped at about 3 o'clock this morning. I'm a little tired right now.
You can take a nap if you'd like.
Yeah, thanks. I'll just snooze for 45 minutes if you guys don't mind. Talk amongst yourselves. It was a film, made-for-television film, Canadian production that I believe gets sold to Lifetime in territories around the world. I'm not sure exactly what channels pick it up or where. And it was a story of a woman who surprises a burglary in progress at her boyfriend's house, ends up getting attacked. Her boyfriend comes home in the midst of it as well, and he ends up getting killed by the burglar. The burglar gets away, and so she's sort of like on the path to finding out who did it and dealing with post-traumatic stress. You know, light stuff.
Yeah.
But I just say it was really nice to play a human again.
And just a follow-up question, did you get to do anything fun while you were in Montreal?
I was working literally, I was in every scene of this movie, so I worked every day for at least 14 hours a day, but I got to have poutine. I got to eat at Schwartz's, which was awesome.
Is it a deli by chance?
It's in fact a deli. Well, it's
Really?
different. It's not like a New York deli. It's smoked meat.
Right.
I mean, don't kill me for saying this. I am from New York, but I have not tasted smoked meat like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Carnegie Deli.
Yeah.
Let me just say, this place blows it out of the water. I said it. Sorry.
We might have some rivalry.
I know, it's tough. And also, I had one of the best cannolis I've ever had in Montreal, and maybe the best bagel I've ever had.
Better than New York.
And I was like, what is going on here? Like, people kept telling me, like, go get a bagel at Fairmont Bagels. And I was like, I'm from New York. Are you kidding me? And they're like, trust me. And I went, and I was like, oh, no. I like it.
So are you planning to go back to Montreal to get bagels?
I'm going to have to now.
Everyone's back zone.
Look, I know. I grew up around the corner from Murray's Bagels. I feel like such a traitor, you know?
We won't tell them.
I know. Thank you.
Next question, please.
Since today is Judgment Day, will you be blissing everybody later on?
Yeah, we got to do a communal bliss before we go.
Yes, please. And how was it? I like the way you and Elizabeth Mitchell were really great together on screen in V. How was it working with her? And did you guys get together and plan this out, or was it just like some actors know how to click? That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. It was total coincidence that we got along very well. We, I think I was cast first, and then she was cast really last minute because Lost got canceled sort of last minute, and she couldn't say anything, so she couldn't go after a job. So it was really tough for her, but she ended up fitting into the V schedule really well. And we got along great. We didn't work together all that much. Our characters were very separate, but she had quite a few parties at our house in Vancouver, and we all hung out and had a blast. And she's a very nice lady.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
You've played a lot of roles in the sci-fi genre. I was wondering if you were a sci-fi fan.
I'm not just a sci-fi fan. I mean, I enjoy it. I think that there's some really great roles for women in sci-fi. And what attracts me to like the stuff I do are the roles. Like if I really like the role, then whatever genre it happens to be in or media it happens to be, I want to do it. So that's just been by total chance. I mean, I grew up watching what everybody did my age, Star Wars and Neverending Story and Dungeons and Dragons, but that wasn't all I liked.
Okay, thank you.
So what attracts you to a role?
Substance. I like a character with an arc that's saying something. The story has to have something to it. If I'm offended by it, whatever it is, then I try to stay away from it. I just don't feel. I feel like life is short, and there's no reason to do something you don't like. Sometimes you read something, and sometimes you're just bored by something you read, and that's not something I want to do either. So it sparks some creativity in me, and some desire to explore that story, and so that's what I do.
Next
Hi.
question, please.
On V, you work with children, and I wanted to know how it is working with children, especially like that first baby, a little sturdy, big
Yeah.
kind of baby.
The baby was really fun to work with. She was so fat and so cute, and she liked to talk a lot. She didn't say any words, but it would be really funny because my character's so serious, and we'd be in the middle of these long takes, and she'd be like, ah, da, 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 da. And like, there's nothing I can do. Anna wouldn't be like, yes. So it was fun and challenging at the same time, and I felt really bad for in the rat eating scene to have to like hold the baby and then the rat, and I was like, oh God, if I was that kid's mom, I would not want to see this. It was more challenging working with older kids because at a certain age, they're kind of not really understanding the concept of a camera and acting. They're playing, and they get it for about an hour, and then they just lose it, and they're like, no, but I just want to go over there. I don't want to go over there. So it was a challenge when she was, I think, played by a 4 or 5 year old. That was the hardest. She was a very sweet girl, but it's hard to teach a kid to step on a mark and hit it every time and look at me at a certain line, and so. But it was
One
good.
other quick question. Yeah. How come no one questioned the fact that you could be like Lisa's mother and you're like the same age?
Well, I think it was sort of suspension of belief in the sense that you don't really know how old we are. And I could be a really old lizard, and you just don't know.
You don't look like a handbag.
I put on the human skin that I wanted to wear. But I think also there's, we show a little bit through the season that we lay eggs, so it's just all a little bit differently, and they grow really, really fast.